Today's Tuesday, it's the 17th of June.
And it's hair day.
It's hair day, it's 2025, and he's going to have a hair done here at the salon. And I'll go for a little wander around Palmanova, see what's going on since we were last here. So look forward to seeing a different you when we're finished. Yeah. Right, it's conveniently outside the Eroski supermarket where Anita goes now for her hair. And there's a big car park. And I'm just going to make my way down the corner here. There's some stairs that will take me a slightly quicker way down to Palmanova, to the beachfront and to the promenade. And I've had strict orders from Anita to keep in the shade because it's pretty warm. See at the bottom. At the bottom of the stairs there's a Hyper rent-a-car. And then so come down here. This is the new third age pensioners club, which is really quite good. And O'Neill's is just up the way there. That's Zafiro Palace. And it's just a short walk now down to the beach. Anyone who was watching my video from Majorca, I was talking there about the reason we were in Majorca, which is usually to pick up the girls on a Monday, but on that particular occasion it was to, for the mechanics, have a look at my air conditioning. So we dropped the car off and went for a little walk and a coffee, and when we got back he said unfortunately he couldn't re-gas it because when he did the gas just leaked out, and there was a little bit part that needs replacing where the leak was. So he didn't have that part, so he's told me to go to a place in Palma, and we've taken the car. Took the car there yesterday afternoon, and they said, well, they just need to have a look at it and check everything out. So they need half a day, and that's going to be next week. So no air conditioning. So we're actually in my car today, so it's not so hot this morning. It's not 11 o'clock yet, but it's going to warm up. This is the Panama, part of the Baleares group. Panama, Palmanova, and there's the tent hotel across the road. So Palmanova. And we've got such a busy time. I mean, we've come back, we just don't seem to have stopped. And so we landed from Malaga and started running, I think. But that's our lives. We do have quite hectic lives, but I think that's the way we like it. We like to be doing things all the time. It means you've got to have a good calendar or a good diary. Keep all our things in check. Hopefully don't miss anything. So Anita's having her hair done this morning and this afternoon. We've got the prize giving at my former school, and I'm looking forward to going back, seeing the colleagues, seeing a few students that may remember me. This one is the referred to as the Palmanova Beach by TRH. You've got the Bermudas across the road there, and the Aquasol just a little bit further up the road. YouTube seems to be having a few glitches at the moment. Sometimes people's comments don't immediately come through. I had an email this morning to say I had several comments on the Majorca. I went and replied to some of them, but there was one that came through from Alan, and well, I didn't see it. It wasn't there in the list. I could see that in the email that it was there, but when I looked in the comments, it wasn't there. Anyway, after a while, it did eventually appear, so I did reply to you, Alan, and Alan was a bit concerned about what had been going on in Palma. Not today, thank you. Thank you very much. And yeah, so Alan's was worried or concerned about how I'd gone on with the protests that were in Palma over the weekend. We were actually in Santa Ponsa, no protests there at all. Protests were very specific, in a very specific part of Palma, at a very particular hour, and there weren't really many tourists around at that time. Unfortunately, there were some, and some of the tourists were harassed, which is very unfortunate, and the police are now looking into that because it's not the sort of thing that should have been happening. And it's certainly the wrong people to target. This isn't the tourists are here on holiday, they're not here doing anything wrong, and maybe they need to concentrate their actions against politicians, really, because they're the people who are going to control this in the end. Anyway, one of the things that they were protesting about is the way of life here, how it's changed, and one of the big things that bothers me as well is the amount of traffic on the road. We've always been used to roads here in Mallorca to be fairly fluid, and really over the last couple of years roads in Palma have been anything but. And that, it's easy to blame the tourists, except they're pretty jammed during the winter time when there's very few tourists here. So it's not tourists at all that are causing it, really. It's just the sheer pressure of traffic and the number of cars that are on the island, the number of people with cars, the number of homes with cars. And so they're looking into ways of restricting the number of vehicles. And that may affect tourists because they want to restrict the number of rent-a-cars that are allowed on the island, and the number of cars that people with second homes have on the island. So we'll see if they manage to get those laws passed. Well, we're down on the beach in Palmanova, and it's hot already and it's busy already. There's the toilets and the SOS station. This is Beso Beach, or Zal Hotel. That's the dining room, and that's actually now being advertised in various places as somewhere to go have some fine dining and have some Mediterranean food, which is one of the things that Rafa Nadal always said he wanted to promote: Mediterranean lifestyle, Mediterranean food. I'm all for that. Anyone who's been following my weight, I follow it every day, or try to follow it every day. Anyway, going away for a week in Malaga and then away again for the weekend in Santa Ponsa didn't do my weight any good, and I went up 1.5 kilos, nearly 2 kilos. Anyway, we're already on Tuesday, and I'm more or less back to where I was before we went. So it's ups and downs, and I've got another couple of weeks before I go for my next weigh-in with the nurse. So hopefully in 2 weeks I'll be able to lose another kilo. 2 kilos would be nice. We'll see how I go on. Barbuda. Just gone past Rogers, by the way. And you can see I'm walking under the trees just to take the advantage of the shade as we walk along. Neither Anita or I are sun worshippers, and so the beach, it's not something we go to. We certainly don't go and lie on the beach. If we go to the beach, particularly in the summer, it's at 8 o'clock in the morning, go for a swim, and then probably by 9 o'clock we're on our way home for breakfast. But you know, sitting on the beach is not something we've ever been doing, which I think some people think strange, living on an island like this. But Mallorca is so much more than just the sun, the sand, and the sangria. I had some lovely sangria in Malaga. Oh, in Santa Ponsa as well. Our friend Stan is a master of drinks, cocktails, sangrias. He loves his mojitos, so sampling those, he's got a new recipe, or a new way of making them, which worked very well, and his sangria was excellent. There's Middle Beach, I suppose, in Palmanova. Lots of people in the sea. Great way to cool off. Ooh. This is the Santa Lucia, and I've been getting some messages from Shauna, so I can tell just how excited you are, Shauna. It's not long now, just well, a couple of weeks, isn't it? Counting the days down now. She'll be doing the aqua aerobics, I'm sure. Little breeze today and a few little waves, but nothing very much. There's the terrace at the Santa Lucia. So I said we've got school prize giving this afternoon. Both of us will go to that. And then this evening, we both got events for this evening as well. So that's out for dinner. Separately though, Anita's going out with a friend and I'm out with the 41 Club. A busy, busy day.
Yeah. Do you want to sit on the wall and look?
Headlows with slides. Paddle boards. Little boys with their Majorca tops. We bought Majorca tops for the girls, Indy and Freya. And well, Indy couldn't take hers off. It was on all the time while we were in Santa Ponsa. And they thoroughly enjoyed it. They really had a lovely time. Loved all the entertainment in the hotel. They participated in the dance. They participated in the games. They didn't participate in the karaoke, but I think they were tempted to. For them, I think karaoke would have to be a Spanish or a Mallorquin song. Not sure how well they know English songs, I don't know. Certainly at school, they're all Spanish or Mallorquin. They actually know the Mallorca football song very well, so that would have been the one for them to play. This is the San Matias beach. This is beach hotel there, and that's the San Matias beach there. Exposed to the sun now. And just in the distance, the Baleares Nova. And a steady stream of coaches now arriving and going. When we got to the airport on our return from Malaga, it was quite quite late at night, about 11 o'clock at night, and there was a huge queue for taxis. Never seen a queue quite like it. The queue went all the way back into the terminal, and we didn't have a car, so we joined the queue. But it's incredibly well organised, and there's someone at the front of the queue who tells you which taxi to go in, and the parking bays are sort of parallel parking bays which the taxis can draw in and pull out of, and they just fill up, go out, and the man tells you which car to go to. And we had a very nice taxi driver, Lorenzo, and we asked him if it was something special, whether it was just because of the Mallorca Live. He says, no, that's how it is. So, yeah, even if there is a long queue, don't panic. We weren't there for more than 10 minutes, and we got to the front and got in the taxi. Taxi to our house, which is in Palma, was 28 euros. It's not bad at that time of night as well. We probably could have done it on a bus, but for us it's two buses. We get a bus into Palma, and then we got the bus from Palma to home. But dragging a case up the hill to our house would have been very, very uncomfortable, so we didn't even think about that one. It was dismissed. The alternative has been to have left the car at the airport, and sometimes I've done that. It's swings and roundabouts, really. I think we would have probably paid about the same in terms of money for the parking, so around 60 euros was the taxi, around 60 euros I think the parking would have been. So just nice, really, not to worry about a car, not to carry a bunch of keys, just one key to the house, and just being able to sit back and enjoy the ride. Good news was, on our return, the Via Cintura, that's the ring road that goes around the back of Palma, is now completely open, and most of it is 100 kilometers per hour. The tunnel's 80, but most of the road there is 100. And certainly on Sunday evening, that was pretty fast going along, but you'd expect that because it was evening. We've since been on it during the daytime, and other than a broken down car yesterday, it's all been very, very smooth. It's 3 lanes, and a car had broken down. A very new car had stopped in the middle lane going up a hill, and it just wasn't moving, so cars had to go around it, and that was causing a bit of a tailback. But after that, it was fairly free flowing, and we didn't have much hassle at all. We've done that trip now a couple of times, and yeah, that's okay. We haven't been down to the Paseo Maritimo yet, because last time we did that, it took about 40 minutes to go along the Paseo Maritimo, which should normally take about 10 minutes. Anyway, that's on my to-do list, to go down, have a look at the Paseo Maritimo. Oh, some lovely smells of food coming out of the restaurants along here. This is the Cantina Sol, and olive tree next to that. And there's the olive tree. And the B-Max.
Ma questo è €1,15, però devi fare
And then the Calvi Beach House, which I haven't been to yet this year. Somewhere we would like to come back to. They're opening up later on. Zen Lounge Bar. Got the Britannia catamaran coming in. Well, the beaches are busy now. I'm going to walk all the way to the end, I think. I'm on the boardwalk now and it's a bit bouncy. Walk where the screws are, that's where the joist is that's holding everything up. And there's the Britannia jet coming in. A bit of shade here. Mira, this is called, and we've actually had lunch there. It's very nice, just looking out. This is what Mira is, Mira to look. And there's the queue, people waiting to get on that Britannia jet, go for a little cruise along the coast. This is one which has got submarine vision. So you go down some stairs and you end up in the hull of the catamaran, and there's windows out there, you can see underwater. It's like being in a submarine, but not being in a submarine. If you do want to go and have a good look down, then well, there's your sub-aqua equipment. You can get down there and really investigate the undersea world. Mallorca's got some interesting things to see down there, so I quite like snorkeling. I've never done anything with bottles, but certainly snorkeling. And some of the very first videos I ever did when I was experimenting with these action cameras was to take the cameras underwater and video me underwater swimming with the fish and the rocks, seaweed and all of that sort of thing. Maybe you should get back into doing that. It's certainly fun. Busy around here. This is what used to be the Hawaii hotel. This was their swimming pool. It's now part of the Lorenzo Hotel, which is the hotel which is above me. And at the end of here, they've got their pool bar. And then on the right, this is the kids club. Little splashy area, and that looked like fun. I think I'm very tempted. Yeah, but no, I'm not going to do that. It's sort of a little beach here, just a few pebbly area. That's the Britannia Jet Submarine Vision boat going for a little trip along the coast. Well, the beach continues to fill up, and I'm just going to move away a little bit from the beach. I'm going to go down this passageway which runs by the side of the olive tree. Above the olive tree is the Origin as well. Nice up there. You can see the views over the beach. There's a few little shops in this little precinct. Shoes and dresses. Menu of the day. This is Fernando's. Let the chicken see the grill. There's the Prince William.
Does he have a recruitment agency maybe working?
Prince William is one place that has remained open all year round, and it's great. This is EastEnders. And the Medpeds down there. It's been going forever, hasn't it, Medpeds? Not something I've ever actually ridden. And it's funny, isn't it? I quite fancy the idea now. I fancy the idea of an electric one. I think that would be really quite cool. Just going to mention the hotel just a little bit further up. It's going to be knocked down, but fear not, it won't be knocked down now. They'll wait till the close season, so November time really. That's the Rosso del Mar across the way. And some friends staying there recently. They had a lovely holiday there, particularly like the children's pool. We took the girls there and they had a great time. And that way would take us to Magaluf. We'll be going to Magaluf hopefully at the weekend. They're going to open up officially the promenade, so I'm assuming it's finished. This is Pappy's here, a favourite of many people. Live music has always been their speciality. Live music every night, Mama Kin. We don't usually come out very much at night. I know we're out tonight, but we don't usually go out very much in the evening. We usually settle at home and watch a series, and we're relatively, well, Anita particularly goes to bed very early. That might have to change as the temperatures begin to soar. Coming out in the daytime becomes more difficult, and so it's early morning or late evening. So we'll have to give that a try maybe. That's the one here, that's a clinic, that's private. If you go there, you're going to have to pay, or you've got to show your insurance or whatever, but that's one of the places we used during COVID, when we used to get tested. If you wanted to travel, you had to get tested. There are lots of really good places to eat in Palmanova, and there's a big price range. Some of them much more expensive, some more family oriented. So the Florida bar across there is a good place for menu del dia, €14.50. Right? That will set you up for the day. And they do other things as well. You don't fancy anything on the menu del dia, or you want something a little bit lighter. And just a little bit further along is Pablo. Family foods, very similar idea. And they also have a menu del dia, and they do all the other things. Two great places, just set back a little bit from the beach, and they're very reasonably priced. If you're looking for something more upmarket, then maybe Ciso's is yours. That's the one that's right at the front there. But be prepared to pay the price difference for that. And good to see the new place. Well, it's not new, it's an old place that's reopened eventually. It's taken an awful long time. Not somewhere we've been, so I can't really say what it's like, but this is the steakhouse. It's called the Steakhouse Nova Grill now. It's changed names. I guess that means it's changed ownership. They're advertising paellas and chicken and pizzas, pretty much everything really. Supermarket across the road if you're in the area and you need some supplies. And this is the grill house. We sometimes have special offers on here, so look out for those. Here we go, grill house. All pizzas and burgers 50% off if you go before 6 o'clock every day. That sounds like a good deal, especially if you're on a budget. That's the entrance to the San Matias Beach Hotel. And kiosco here, San Matias. Get your burgers, your hot dogs and all that sort of thing there. Fast food, very quickly. And I'm sure lots of people are going to be happy to see Al Mecca open and back in business. Chris's bar. Don't think I've ever noticed Chris's bar closed. It must be a bit too early for him. All through COVID, it was one of the very few bars in the whole of Palmanova that stayed open. And, well, because he was the only one open, it's the only one people could go to, so I think he did okay. I think he got rewarded for it with customers and other things. New kid on the block. The barbecue place is now Turtle Beach, and we now have another Turtle Beach open just this week on Magaluf Beach. So maybe when we go on Saturday we'll be able to see the new Turtle Beach. It's actually at the Wave House, but they are now open, started on Monday of this week, so 2 Turtle Beaches to go to. It's somewhere, again, we've yet to try. The sad part of that, though, is there's no ice cream. The ice cream kiosk has gone, and it was round the back there. I don't know where she's had to move to, but Hopefully she's found another spot somewhere or somewhere to go. Santa Lucia just got the TUI coach just arriving to pick people up, take them off on their journey home as we go past the Three Brothers, been replenishing their beer supplies. Mallorca. Some friends of ours went there a couple of weeks ago, said how much they enjoyed it. The Happy Chinese there, which I've been asked to go to, but not sure when that's going to happen. I don't dislike Chinese food, it's not top of my list of places that I would normally go to. We had some friends years ago who used to swear by it. They used to go regularly. Every week they'd be there. We did join them once. It's many, many years ago. Children's games, activities there. There's a park here with more children's activities and then the adult ones. Which is too hot for me, I can't have a go today. I know, excuses, excuses. There's Monroe's in front. No relation to the Monroe we know. Spelt differently, and he writes for the Daily Bulletin. He's the Fans View author. Gelacious and Taylor's. They're all open now. I know, Jim, you're going to ask me what about. Here they are. I'm not sure I'm going to get down to Elvis, though. Elvis is definitely in the building somewhere. Chinese healthy massage.
Heeft gewoon langzaam mensen.
Tandoori nights where we were stopped and dragged in when we last came here, but they're always so hospitable, really nice people. They're setting up for the day, and the food is delicious right opposite the Zell Hotel. Another Indian restaurant. We've never actually been to this one. It was up for sale earlier on, but they've taken it off the market now. By the looks of things. Look at that pina colada to $7.50. Porn Star Martini, $7.50. Sex on the Beach, $7.50. Get your cocktails there, $7.50. Prices do vary, I guess quality varies as well, so use your money and you takes your choice, don't you? I've had some strict orders from Anita to go and get some stamps. Weird thing in Spain, I think, is that if you want stamps, you have to go to the tobacconist. See me going into a tobacconist, it just never happens. Well, it is today because Anita sent me in. I'm a bit of an anti-smoker. Apologies to all those smokers out there, but I really don't like smoking. Well, I've just bought 3 stamps from the tobacconist for England and €1.85. And there's no guarantee it's going to get there. I need to send the girls in England a postcard from Palmanova when we were there. And I guess you paid $1.85 plus the card. And it's never arrived. And the same posting things here. They either take a very long time. Sometimes they're very quick, but usually they take a very long time, or they don't appear at all. And we seem to have gone back to the old days where the post is incredibly unreliable. Certainly sending packages, it's just not worth it. If you send a package, then if we're receiving it, you end up having to pay import duty, and they just make up a number, and you either pay it or you don't get it. So just something to bear in mind. I'm not sure what it's like the other way around. We don't really send any packages from here. So if we want to buy anything for children or family or friends in the UK, we tend to buy them on amazon.co.uk and get them sent from there, and then there's no issue at all. And similarly, when the girls want to buy things for us or the children over here, Adam, and they can buy it on amazon.es and get it sent to an address in Spain. So yeah, so postage, but a big thumbs down for that one at the moment. Anyway, I've got a nice little seat in the shade, but I'm going to go and find a drink somewhere, I think. Well, I just had a message from Anita saying that she'll be finished in the next 20 minutes, so I better make my way back up to her. It's going past Banana Joe's. Lady invited me in for breakfast. The temperature's getting such that it's not so nice for walking now. It's just coming up to midday. And you know what they say about mad dogs and Englishmen. Having had those solar panels installed, and all seems to be working beautifully now. Not afraid to leave the air conditioning on when we go out, so that we know the house is going to be cold cool when we go back. I don't leave it on high, just to take that heat off, so that it's just a lot more comfortable when you walk into the house. The bin men, and they come every day, 365 days a year. And people, generally speaking, don't store rubbish at home at all. Every day you just take it down to your closest container. That's in this area and in Palma. It's different in different areas. We were in Majorca yesterday, and they've done away with containers. So they still have the collections, but people have to put bags of rubbish in the street, and it really didn't look very good, I don't think. So as you go along, you see lots of bags of rubbish in the street. I've seen that cleared away, but at that time it really doesn't look very nice. That's what they've chosen to do. And it sort of goes back to how it was when we first arrived on the island 40 years ago. We used to have to hang our rubbish from a telegraph pole. There'd be a hook, and you could hang your bags of rubbish and they would take it. Because if you left it on the ground, the cats would get at it and open it up, and all the mess would be all over the place. And I'm sure they're going to get that sort of an issue in Majorca. But because of the heat, all of these bins they need to be emptied. It'd be a health risk if they didn't. A nice little park here. Another bin machine emptying there. And yeah, nice little park for the children, but no children around really. They're at school. And they've just got 4 more days. Well, the school I used to teach at. They're enjoying their last morning of school. They'll have their lunch, and then they'll be off to the prize giving ceremony, which is held in a big theatre, which is where we'll be this afternoon. So we need to go home, get changed, cool down before we go off. Just walk around this way. This is that third age club that I was talking about. It seems to be open at the moment. It was inaugurated just a few weeks ago. Another great space for people like me, I suppose, and Anita, and meet with similar people. They organise sort of games, and the one in Palmanova's got its own bar, so cheap drinks, and then they organise visits and trips to different places. That's where Anita is, just up there. And we could go up those steps. I'm just going to have a little wander around. Chinese massage, Pilates. Can't really walk around here. This is O'Neill's. Do a great fish and chips here. Lots of other things as well. Just these steps before. And here we are at the car park. This is the Eroski car park. And this is where Anita's having her hair done. Insurance Express is actually run by a former pupil of ours. Steve. Another Steve. Well, I don't usually get this bit of Anita having her hair done, but here she is just having it finished. Well, Anita's had her hair done, and a lovely job she's done of it. Very nice.
Always does.
Absolutely. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. So bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.